So what I did this morning, the things that I've changed. So let's see. The controller settings. So this is my layout. So it's controller because I play on PS5. So if you play on PS5 or any console, you know, this should be your layout as well. Um, so I play on default. Default horizontal is 1.5, vertical is 1.5. I got that simplified turned off. Low motor restraints presets turned off. I got that turned off. L1 button ping. The swap is off. Controller vibrations are off, and then you see more, but that's off. Trigger effect is off, and then my dead zones. So I adjusted those this morning. So my left stick minimum is at 5. My left stick max is at 60. My right stick is at 4. My right stick max is at 99, and then my L2 and R2 are both at 2. So I got this from Swagg this morning. I seen he did this. I know he has the right stick minimum at a 2, and he has the left stick minimum at a 2. All right, moving along to aiming. Sensitivity multiplier. Only thing I changed in this was the ADS sensitivity multiplier, and that's at a 0.7. Look inversion is standard, and then everything else is just standard. Aiming advanced settings. So I changed this because it was on gradual. So make sure y'all change that. I put it on instant. Left that on assist. And the aim response curve. So the aim response curve was on, I think it was either standard or linear, one of those. But I changed it to dynamic. And then the aim response curve slope should be at a 1.0. And then presume is off. Alright, so we're moving on to movement. Alright, so in movement, I got tactical sprint on. I got a 0 delay. I seen somebody use it at a 1, but I can't get it to do 1 for some reason, so I just left it at a 0. And sprint assist sideways is on, sprint assist backwards is on, mantle assist is off. And then those are the settings for the mantle assist that falls underneath to show more. Sideways is off, backwards is off. Tactical sprint only is off. Mantle assist angle is tight. Crouch assist is off, and everything under crouch assist is off. Corner slice is on. Wall jump is off. Slide dive behavior. I got slide only. I know some people use tap to slide. And it's supposed to make you slide a lot more fluently, but I feel like it over commits on the slide, so that's why I turn it off. I don't want to be sliding and I miss a corner or something like that, and I'm out in the open. Show more. So it's at a medium. Automatic airborne mantle is on. Sprint restore is on. Slide maintain sprint is on. Parachute behavior is off. And the reason why I turned that off because I don't want it to open up by itself. So wall jump activation is off. And I turned this on this morning. I got this from CPreds. He suggested turning the combat roll assist on, and put it on always if you are using what was that perk? Mountaineer. If you're using Mountaineer perk. So slide combat roll behavior, tap the slide. Because I don't want to tap and roll, but if I do jump off a building, I want it to do the combat roll. And then he said change this to first person, so by that way you don't go into third person view rolling and then have to snap back into the camera frame. So just keep it on first person. That's something I did forget to change, so I just changed that. Sprint is toggle. Move forward is off. Auto peek door is off. Ground mantle is on. Grounded mantle is on. Tactical sprint activation, single tap sprint. Plunge underwater. This was triggered, but I set it to free, and I don't know why they keep doing that to triggered. So I turned that to free. So by that way, I don't have problems plunging underwater because I have been having issues with that. Sprinting door bash is on. Vehicle behaviors I didn't even mess with, so all those are still the same. Combat behaviors I hadn't messed with, but these are my combat behaviors. ADS behavior, hold. Attack stance behavior is toggle. which I really don't use tac stance. Tac stance activation is ADS plus the down button. Weapon mount activation is ADS plus melee. Dedicated melee weapon action button is hold melee. So I know a lot of people got this body shield set to prioritize finishing move. I just got finishing move only. I don't want to be using nobody as a body shield because that takes away from, you know, me getting my head slaps and me getting my kills. Alright, so armor plate behavior is apply 1. I don't want to apply all. C4 detonation, I want a 1 by 1 because I want to be able to choose when I blow C4 up. Equipment behavior is hold. Manual fire behavior is hold. Combat advanced settings. Focus behavior hold. Change zoom activation, sprint, tac, sprint, and focus. Weapon exit mount is short delay. Prioritize interact. So yeah, prioritize interact, and I know they were saying something about prioritize reload is for multiplayer, and prioritize interact is for Warzone. Manual council's reload is on. Sprint council's reload is off. So akimbo behavior, I know people got those pairs so they can just go off, but I want to be able to do it independently. No, actually, they switched to independent. I want it paired, so by that way I don't have to worry about, you know, swapping. So yeah, just change that to paired if you want to just shoot dual weapons at the same time and I have to worry about using your R2 button, your L2 button to try to get them to fire off. ADS stick swap is turned off. Deplete ammo switch, I turned that off because I want to be able to do that myself. I don't want them to switch it for me. Weapon mount behavior movement, I got that on. Weapon mount return is off. Huh. They swapped a lot of stuff I didn't realize. Inventory control is directional buttons. Ping wheel is moderate. Ping wheel delay is moderate. Double tap for danger is moderate. Emote sprays is default. So that's what I changed in the combat. And then the graphics setting. So I am playing on a Ultra Gear OLED 32GS95UE, and I got the 120 refresh rate. I got the high dynamic range. The HDR is on. Eco mode is set to efficient, and then quality. World motion blur is turned off. Weapon motion blur is turned off. Depth of field. It adds blur, so I turned that off because it adds blur to out of focus regions. So I don't want it to be blurry when I'm trying to look in the background and see if I can see an enemy running around or moving. I don't want nothing to do with blur. So the field cast is on and the cast strength is set to 100. I think it used to be set to 99, but I just can't remember. And then the on-demand texturing, I got it set to optimize. And then allocated texture cache size, I got it set to auto. And then download limits, I got turned off. My field of view I use is 117. ADS field of view is affected. Weapon field of view is default. Third person field of view is set to 90. Vehicle field of view is default. First person is 100% default. Third person 100% default. Third person ADS transition. Third person ADS. I got the inverted flashbang on. Instead of that blinding white light, I'd rather it flash and they go black. It did parachute, set the first person perspective. The audio. Now these are some settings I'm gonna really have to go back and look at and change because I'm getting, I think it's the cinematic volume. I'm gonna set that to around 50. Gameplay music volume set to 54. Effects 100. And I think the reason, I think that should be set to like 40 or something like that. I can't really remember, but I got to go back and look at those settings for the audio again. But I do have the enhanced headphone mode on, and that's just based off of, you know, my ears and my PlayStation settings. Then audio mix, I put it back on Sucker Punch because it was on Treyarch mix or headphones, something like that. So I put it back on Sucker Punch, mono off, muted lights is off, asymmetrical hearing compensation is on, and then the configuration, I got to go back and fix those settings. I got reduced tinnitus on, and the hit markers I set to none. Voice chat volume I got set to 25. Voice chat is on, prox chat is on, body shield is on, game voice chat is all lobby. And then communication presets. Alright. And that's how I have to, like, I've been noticing that in the game. I have to go up in there and I turn that on and then I turn it off and then I can hear everybody in the lobby. Microphone level set to 18. I did a test on that just to make sure it's not too powerful when I'm speaking. Open mic threshold, I got it set to 70. And then mute yourself when connecting the channel, I got it turned off. And I believe that is all. Go up in here and check. There's just subtitles and readability. HUD widgets on. Minimap visibility on. HUD visibility on. Full name. Safe area. Fade after 10 seconds. Kill feed. Okay. Radar. So I messed around the other day and I turned this radar on and it looks real janky and I don't like the way it looks. Like, instead of you seeing the mini map, it's like that round circle and, you know, your area circumference if anybody's in, you know, in close on you. I didn't like the way that felt, so I just turned that off. Map assist is auto centered. Compass is on. Crosshair lines, I got them set to static. Crosshair lines. Yep, got it turned on. Crosshair dot on. And I think I need to change that to largest. Color. I need to apply a custom color. I had this teal color that worked really well. Let's see if I can't get back to that teal. Saturation. I think I had this cool little teal color. I think that might be CD. It's a F. Yeah, that might be it. Apply. Yeah, that teal color stands out. I don't want my character yelling out stuff. So let's see if that changes. I don't know what call out messaging is. Maybe that'll fix the random like noises I'm hearing because that's just added noise in the background. All right.